Here's a fun campfire story.
Let's start from the beginning.
It all started late December 2014 when my buddy Raj and I go to Sharks game. The Sharks ended up losing that game, but out of all the rows in the stadium, our row won free passes to go outdoor ice skating in downtown San Jose.
I rush home to deliver the good news.
So Leah and I decided to make a day of it.
We go to the mall, I buy a pair of boots, we have lunch at this Chipotle-style Indian restaurant.
Tava.
That's right, it was called Tava. As we're leaving the mall, Travis tells me his tummy hurts.
Yeah, so we find a parking garage near the rink. I get out, grab my new skates, and as I'm waiting for Leah to grab her stuff, I let out a little fart. Except, it wasn't just a little fart. It was a shart.
So he looks at me and he goes, "Oh!" And there's this sudden fear in his eyes. And I'm thinking, maybe he forgot the tickets. But then he says, "I just sharted." And I'm going, haha, very funny, typical Travis, always joking around.
It was no joke. It was about to get much worse.
Much, much worse.
That's when I froze. One wrong move and this shart was going to turn into a full-blown
I was paralyzed. I couldn't move. I'd never been struck by fear this hard.
There were no bathrooms around. I couldn't get back in the car. My options were very limited.
So we make a plan. He walks to the corner of the parking garage, and I repark the car so he can have some privacy.
Once I got to the corner, I pulled down my pants and I immediately started everywhere. All over the wall, all over the ground.
Do you guys like my Canadian tuxedo?
It was like if Jackson Pollock painted with a fire hose.
Luckily, I had some toilet paper in my car, but that alone wouldn't cut it.
She also had a bunch of clothes waiting to be donated. So I cleaned myself up with those. Then I went commando the rest of the night.
I only got the tiniest bit on my pants. But hey, they were brown pants.
And the weirdest part of the whole thing is another car enters this relatively empty parking garage. They park far away, and two people get out of the car, then they get back in the car, and they drive it, and they park it right next to us. And I'm crouched back there pooping still, trying to avoid being seen. It was my most vulnerable moment.
It was the worst sheet of ice I ever skated on, but I make my return to pay my respects. Turns out this was a love story all along.
Never thought I'd meet somebody I'd end up calling baby Bobby. Now I can't see it any other way. ride